Puzzles, riddles, brain teasers. What do all these got in common? They all require brain power to solve. So today, I'll be solving the pinnacle among all the puzzles, the paradoxes. These brain-twisting, agonizing questions that has not been solved for decades, and I shall provide the answer using everyday common sense. Yes, I know technically these paradoxes have already been solved, but I'm doing this in a small, concise, and easy to follow method so that you can understand it too. Enough yapping. Let's get on to our first paradox. It's stated that the hero Achilles decided one day to race against a tortoise, which raises a few eyebrows. Like, why are you wasting your time raising this tortoise? Shouldn't you be looking for a worthy opponent? Or better yet, get some heels protection, Achilles? Anyway, even Achilles also see the sheer insanity of this race, so he decided to give the tortoise a head start. Now, I don't remember the details, so I'm gonna make it up right now. The race will be 100-mile long. Achilles can run 25 miles per hour, and the tortoise only 1 mile per hour. Yes, this is a very fast tortoise. Shut up. The tortoise started at the halfway point, so it only needs to travel 50 miles. Now, the paradox stated that by the time Achilles reaches the tortoise's initial position, the tortoise has already moved to a different position. And when Achilles reaches its next position, the tortoise would again has time to reach a new position. So, by this logic, in theory, Achilles would never catch up to this tortoise. This is an easy paradox, so I'm gonna keep it simple. Each time Achilles reached the tortoise position, the time it takes him get exponentially smaller, since the tortoise is not nearly as fast as Achilles. And eventually, that time will become so short that it is unquantifiable to measure, meaning to us as the spectator, no time would have passed at all. So the distance the tortoise could travel in that no time will be zero. And at that point, Achilles will catch up to the tortoise. See? Simple. On to the next one. Now, you may think, this is not a paradox, Bob. You tricked us. And yes, you're right. This isn't a paradox. But cut me some slack here. I'm just doing this for fun. And besides, this problem confuses the hell out of me the first time I heard it. Now I get to explain it in a video, which is cool. The question stated that you are given 3 doors to choose from. Behind one door is a car that you wanted, and the other 2 contains nothing. But you don't know which is which, so you randomly choose, let's say, door number 3. Then it is revealed to you that there is nothing behind door number 2. So now the question is, do you switch to door number 1 or keep your initial choice? The answer is you should switch, as this will increase your chances of winning. But why is that? It's pretty simple. Just think of it like this. There are 10 doors. The conditions are the same, and you pick door number 5. Then it is revealed that all but door number 8 has nothing behind it. So now, what would you do? Will you switch to the only door that was intentionally left behind, or will you keep to your first choice? With this, the option to switch seems much more apparent, right? You may think, but what if they only reveal 1 door instead of 9? Well, the same rule applies. You just need to think backwards from the start. Instead of thinking only one door can open, you can think 7 doors were revealed. What would you do now? Will you stick to your initial choice? Or will you switch, picking one of the 2 doors that were left behind? And with that logic, you can work it down to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and eventually 1 door. Switching will always give you an edge in probability. Now, the final paradox for this video. Let's say you have a ship, and you decided to replace one single part of the ship. It remains the same ship. If you replace every single part, one at a time, keep all the original parts, you can put them back together as they were to create a copy. So, which one is the old ship and which one is the new one? The answer to me is pretty simple. The one made out of the original parts is the old ship, since, it has all the things that made the old ship. So I'm more interested in answering, when does it consider not the old ship anymore? And the answer to this depends on the person. One might consider a ship contains major parts like the helm, the mast, the hull, etc. Or you might consider a ship being everything down to a piece of wood, the material. Either case, replacing these things would make it an entirely new ship. The paradox played on our perception a little bit here. We as humans don't pay attention to small changes and consider it into the big picture. Say you replace the faucet in your kitchen. Can you say that you just got a new house? No, of course not. That is ridiculous. But what if you refurbish your entire kitchen, living room, etc.? Can you then consider it a new house? If yes, then you probably consider your living space as the house. And if not, you might consider the geographic location where you live at to be the house. And just like I said at the beginning of the paradox, it depends on the person's perception, considering what parts contributed and define the whole. So, to answer when does it stop being the old ship, it depends on what Theseus thinks his ship is. Is it only a vessel of transportation, or is it a pride and joy possessions of his? With that, this video has come to an end. You listened to me yapping all this time. So, can you do me a solid in liking the video? And if you're feeling generous, please subscribe, as it will help the channel grows. Keep me motivated making these videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.